Hi everyone, my name is Oroma P. Reynolds. I'm the founder and managing attorney of MSR Legal and Consulting Services, which is a special needs practice based out of Queens and Long Island, New York, although we serve families all over the state. It's a practice dedicated to enforcing the rights of children with disabilities to a free and appropriate education at the expense of the school district. I have been in this field for several years, well over a decade, probably going on 14 years now, and I've worked on all sides of special education, representing families, which I do now, previously representing school boards and school districts, including the New York City Department of Education, and also representing special needs private schools, independent special needs private schools. So I bring a lot of different perspectives to my practice, and I'm happy to represent families in this COVID pandemic era, and as we move into a post-COVID era, and making sure that the children with disabilities are getting the services that they need in light of the substantial changes to their educational programming brought about by the pandemic. So this is broadcasting on my YouTube page, which is called MSR Legal Oroma. I also blog pretty regularly, so I'm going to show you my website. I put that up on the screen, so you can go to www.msrlegal.org, and you'll see a link to my blog, which is called Special Needs Parenting and the Coronavirus. And here you'll find dozens and dozens and dozens of blog posts about a wide variety of topics impacting parents of children with special needs. And I do like to keep on top of any policy developments or changes with a particular eye to special needs parents and what they may be experiencing or might experience as a result of the policy development. So on my latest post, it's about the 6th annual Dyslexia Awareness Day in New York. It was held yesterday, May 6th, and I had the pleasure and the honor of serving on a panel regarding dyslexia and the school to prison pipeline for particularly for children of color or for children from disadvantaged backgrounds. So that was a very esteemed panel. I'm very humbled to have been on that panel. But for purposes of this blog, I wanted to highlight it's not a policy development yet. There are a number of bills that are in the pipeline potentially that would impact children with dyslexia or phonological disorders similar to dyslexia, disorders that would significantly impact a child's ability to learn to read in the manner that is typically taught in a general education classroom. So I just wanted to highlight there are 4 bills pending in the state legislature. One is a bill that would make it mandatory for all teacher prep programs to have a component where teachers are actually taught how to deliver appropriate instruction to children with dyslexia. So I thought that was a really important part, I think, of the puzzle, important piece of this puzzle, of making sure, of course, that all teachers are prepared to teach children with this type of learning difference. Another bill has to do with early screening, individual screening for dyslexia, which it's not in place at this time, but I think is something that would be really important. Another bill talks about the importance of having the right type of intervention once a child is identified as having dyslexia or a similar learning difference, multisensory, structured, and of course evidence-based. And then the last bill I wanted to highlight in this blog is about possibility of a task force for dyslexia, a statewide task force with members appointed by various members of state government, including the governor and members of the legislature, but would include, I think, a wide variety of individuals who can bring knowledge to this important field, including physicians, scientists, educators, parents, students or individuals themselves with dyslexia. So I just wanted, for purposes of today's episode of MSR Legal Oroma and the blog that I drafted and posted today, to highlight, somewhat exciting, components of a campaign for dyslexia awareness. And going forward, I do hope that families will have access to proper screenings and proper evaluations when necessary, and of course intervention. So this blog is meant, the YouTube channel is meant to highlight changes in policy or developments in the area of education policy, of course with a specific eye to parents of children with special needs. So I am committed to doing this every Friday evening, hopefully between 7 and 9 p.m. But I thank you for joining me or listening in right now. Until next time, have a wonderful weekend, have a very happy Mother's Day, and definitely check out my blog when you get a chance. My website, www.msrlegal.org, is where you can also book a consultation. I am holding virtual consultations, and if you do have questions, if your child is suspected of having a learning disability, whether it's dyslexia or a different diagnosis, I think it's really important for families to get all of the information they need to make the right decisions about their child's learning. So that's where you can book a consultation. Again, have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye.